What's up, guys? Mason the Brock Henderson here. This is my second late night review for Thursday night, The Blacklist. I'm kind of disappointed. I hate to say it because this season so far has been really great, but I'm kind of disappointed. It's mid-season finale, so expect this intense, gripping It wasn't. It really was not. So let me talk about what I liked first, because there were two storylines going on that were interesting and definitely deserving of the mid-season finale. Um, Matt, Tom Keene, and Harold Cooper. What's going on with them and Kara Kurt? And then I think she's the director of the FBI, the black lady that is friends with the judge or whoever. I think she's the director of the FBI. So anyway, start with Tom Keene first and Harold Cooper. Harold talked to Reddington last episode. He said stay put. He's got a plan. And so, you know, it, it was an interesting episode for them. Some guys come to kind of take out Kara Kurt so he can't talk. Tom takes care of him and they start to run. They drive off in I guess it's Harold's car or maybe his wife's car. I talked about in my Bones review from last week. If you're okay, I'm still a little frustrated about it because it was very. If you're gonna sponsor something, if you're gonna, put some sort of advertising in your show, like whatever it is, product placement, make it subtle. Or make it a good part of the show. In Bones, they actually did like a commercial. They talked about how awesome it was to drive this car, blah blah blah. Nothing to do with the story, not subtle at all. They did it nice and subtle here. Well, not subtle. They get into a car chase with a Mercedes, and that's the commercial that came on, and obviously that's who is I guess sponsoring this episode. Blah blah blah. But I did want to make that clear that they did that very well. They put it into this, they're driving in this Mercedes Benz, and they got guys on motorcycles trying to get him, and he's driving the car, really picking up some speed. I don't mind having product placement. I understand that's kind of needed because that does help pay. And if you don't have money, how are you gonna make good special effects? How are you gonna be able to pay the actors? All this stuff. So I do appreciate the fact that they did well to put product placement in, but make it a good part of the story. And so anyway, quick shout out to that. But they escape down in the tunnel, find out Kara Kurt has a tracking chip that monitors radio frequencies, I think he said. So they get down there into the tunnels down below, so it blocks out some of the frequencies. Near like a bunch of homeless people. Tom cuts it out. Solomon and his group are following it. They get down there, not in time. The guy is sitting there monitoring. He's like, all right, he's right here. Where's? And then the dog goes running past him. Like, wait, he's going the other way, really fast. And they find the radio chip on the dog's collar. And Tom's like watching from the side and sees all this. And interesting tidbit. I'm not sure where they're taking this, but apparently Harold's wife was cheating on him before he was told that he was like dying sick, and things weren't great between them before that. So I don't know. I just found it weird that it was kind of thrown in there. And honestly, I hardly even remember her before everything that happened with him getting sick last season. But apparently she was cheating on him. That was kind of hard to take for him. But they're going to this cabin that apparently, I think she found out about it because of the guy that she was having an affair with. I don't know, but they're heading towards this cabin now. Um, but they show Solomon inside their house, and I think he found a picture of the cabin. So they're not in the clear yet, but that's kind of a cliffhanger they're leaving it on. I don't mind. I don't mind that. Um, but then there's the director of the FBI. She has a few moments with Wrestler where, at one point, Wrestler talks about Navabi and how she lied to him, how she helped King and Reddington, and so he fired her. Which I'm going to get to that because that was another part of it that just really frustrated me. But anyway, so she's talking to Wrestler a bit on that. She's kind of saying, shouldn't we give her a bit of leeway? You know, like, where do you draw the line? And Wrestler's. I talked about before how it felt like he. I'm trying to. Can't remember exactly what I said, but it was really frustrating to see him just go completely all out to find Elizabeth. Um, when they kind of developed a relationship, you know, a working relationship, a trusting relationship, and just from minute one that all of this blew up, he's just been on her, you know, on her tail, trying to figure out, trying to find her, trying to capture her, no hesitation, you know, no like, well, is she innocent? And they had the one episode where he said, yeah, I think she's innocent. Um, but now it's like he's back to that mode of we gotta capture her and no leverage, blah blah blah. So I didn't like that, but like I said, that ties more into the main storyline. That was disappointing. But kind of blew my mind. The director, she goes to. I don't think she's the director of the FBI. I don't know. God, why can't I ever remember this stuff when it's important? Um, Anyway, she goes to that friend of hers that's the judge. She goes to her house and tells her what she's found out about Solomon. That apparently he was a member of the CIA. There was this thing happening back with like some African coal mines, I think. It was some sort of mining type thing. Um, but apparently he was involved, and she knew about that. Um, and she's just like, have you told Leslie about this? And she's like, no, I thought I'd come ask you first. She's like, good. Shoots her. I'm like, she, what? And that's it. She's dead. And that, I mean, I thought that the fact that the director of CIA, the Cabal guy, I found it interesting that he was able to infiltrate the FBI. But last week, whenever he got kicked out, I was like, okay, so maybe the judge isn't a bad person, but now she is. I'm so confused. I don't know who to trust anymore. It's like, what is going on? And it's kind of, I mean, this woman was a pretty good director. You know, she was, I say director. I don't know what her role is in the FBI, but you know, she was an understanding person. She, you know, at times it felt like she was being a little bit quick to jump to conclusions. But it felt like she knew what she was talking about. It felt like she was a good person. She knew what she was doing. And now she's gone. I'm just like, dang, like that sucks. Um, but like I said, mid-season finale, she dies. That's understandable. The main storyline, however, not at all worthy of a mid-season finale. And frankly, I think I talked about how in season 2 there were moments when Reddington felt like he wasn't himself. Because he's generally this, he's calm, he's cool, he's collected. You know, he doesn't get upset about stuff. If something's not going his way, he still remains calm under pressure, and he's gonna figure it out without showing any signs of like, you know, oh, what's going on. He showed a lot of that in season 2. He always, for some of it, he felt like, or it felt like he just wasn't sure what to do next. It felt like he had no plan. Um, and so it just didn't feel like Reddington. In this episode, he has a plan of how to get Elizabeth exonerated. I'm not exactly sure what the plan was, but they had it all set up. And it all gets screwed up because he got captured by hobos. Now, the only way that this is acceptable is if all of this is somehow a part of the plan. Him getting captured by these people, somehow predicting that Elizabeth is going to contact Samar, which gets her fired, which makes Wrestler find out where they are, which means Elizabeth gets captured. She makes a deal with them, which means the FBI now has the care package that apparently they had. Dembe gets captured as well, and now this doesn't seem like it'd be part of the plan. It really doesn't. Now, if it is, that's brilliant writing. It's a little bit unbelievable, but I can suspend my disbelief because it's the Blacklist, and I can kind of accept, most of this stuff. But if that's not part of the plan, it really all fell apart because you got kidnapped by hobos. This is Raymond Reddington we're talking about. This is not... I'm still trying to figure it out. Like, there are several moments. First of all, watching these guys do their thing, there's like 3 guys, 1 girl that's like completely off of her rocker, and then another guy that's just, he's their cousin or something, but he's getting cut out of the deal anyway because he's their cousin, so it's just like, whatever for him. One of them is like a little bit slow and has a stutter, and they just seem like they're so, like, really? Like, these guys are the ones that captured you, Reddington? And then there's another scene where the crazy girl comes in to, like, get the information out of him because the other guys apparently were not able to. And for some reason they didn't pat him down and get everything out of him. Apparently the girl was able to. Or maybe she patted down in one of the areas that I don't know. Somehow this girl was able to find like this wallet full of cash that they couldn't find. But she like left this doll with it's a hidden knife in the head. He gets that, unlocks his handcuffs, and then, obviously pretends to put him back on. The guy with the stutter comes in, gets close enough, and he like turns and shoots him. Nothing like a damaging shot, just like, just to incapacitate him, and takes his knife, and goes outside to the truck. And then one of the main guy that's running the show, his name was Cash. He finds him and has a gun to him. Says, "Where do you think you're going?" And then puts the gun to the back of his head. Now, I've watched enough action shows, to know that the stupidest thing you can do is get within arm's length of the person you're holding at gunpoint. And he held it straight up to the back of his head. That should be the easiest thing to get out of. Like literally, all you gotta do is just move your head out of the way and turn and block, and then done. But it cuts to break him. Like, if they come back and he's back in handcuffs again, I call BS. Came back, he's back in. I was like, BS. That's bull. That is some bull crap right there. That Raymond Reddington would not be able to outwit them, outsmart them, outfight them. Really. Like, this is stupid. This is absolutely stupid. And that's my main... Okay, my other problem is obviously, like I said earlier, Wrestler being all determined again to catch Elizabeth, and she deserves no quarter, blah blah blah. You do get a bit of background into why he's like this, which was okay, but still not enough for me to go, oh, okay, now I understand. It's like his dad has the same mindset that he has now, and a fellow cop like betrayed him and got him killed, and for some reason he thinks that if he doesn't go all out, that he'll be betraying his father's memory or something, like, I don't know. It wasn't even the same situation that's going on now. It's like, dude, you know Elizabeth. You know she's not involved in any of this. You know about the cabal. Really? You're not. I don't know. So between Red's plan getting completely abolished by hobos and Wrestler going back to I'm gonna catch her, Wrestler. It was a really disappointing mid-season finale for me. Um, I don't know, just I feel like they could have done so much stuff different. And even the Elizabeth seemed a bit off in this episode. Like she like seduces this guy, the cousin, that they were gonna cut out of the deal. She seduces him, gets him back to his apartment. He finds they call him and show him the picture of Elizabeth, saying that she's a wanted fugitive, and obviously she notices something's up, and they start to fight. And I'm thinking, okay, this guy's some like he's the cousin. He's not even a part of this other group of hobos, so obviously he's gonna be more. He actually held his own against Elizabeth. I'm like, seriously? Like, this is dumb. Like, she is supposed to be. How can she not just beat this guy up? You know, she had a gun, and now she's losing, and now she got lucky and grabbed a knife to stab him that just happened to be lying on the. Like, she won by luck? Really? This is not the Elizabeth and Red I know. They seem so out of character this episode. And like I said, it ends. The FBI shows up because Samar contacted Kane. Wrestler found out that his laptop had been accessed. He asked Aram to find out what happened. Samar tells Aram, look, don't tell him it was for Elizabeth. Aram tells him anyway because he found out that Samar and Wrestler were sleeping together. It all seemed like the characters were just all off in this episode. You know, Aram has always been so helpful when it comes to Elizabeth and Red. And in this one episode, just because, you know, obviously he did have a thing for Samar, so it probably did hurt him a bit. But you're really going to jeopardize Elizabeth and Red because of that? You know, that's not Aram. That's not the Aram I know. Like I said, Elizabeth felt off. Red felt really off. He was able to talk himself out of the situation and get one of the brothers to turn on the other one. But he had this plan and it just fell apart because of these country bumpkins who I don't even know how it didn't even show him getting kidnapped. And that's the only hope that I have. Like I said, it didn't show him being kidnapped, so maybe it was on purpose. Maybe there was a reason behind these specific hillbillies that I don't know. I gotta wait, you know, until January to find out what the heck is going on right now. But for right now, I'm disappointed. Yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you at the next review. Peace out.